Wagwan from the early morning to sunset, it's Buggz set, and you're back with your boy Buggz Bugger. And we're getting into a little quiz today because you know what? If I wasn't a streamer, YouTuber, rapper, videographer, producer, both music and music video, and getting into television and movies, plus doing my day job on the side hustle thing, then I would probably be doing the substitute teaching thing, just at least guiding the youth or doing something for the kids, you know, giving back, paying forward, you feel me? So I'm getting into a little quiz today to kind of make up for the fact that I'm not doing that yet, but it's in the future, getting the practicing right now. Here you have the title, oh, pointing the wrong way, little quiz. Yeah, it's not really that little, it's a bit big, you know what? Because it's got a little bit of about me and I'm a big boy, you know. The guns out, getting the, oh no, it's just, I'm getting there. I'm putting on the mass, just getting there shortly and sweetly. And then after that, and I get my money up, and these kids can't tell me nothing, then we're going to get into the substitute teaching so I can actually just school them properly the way they need to be told. But without further ado, let's get into the first question. Oh, crap. Which form of Nigerian Premier League footballer played for Middlesbrough during their career? Now, I started with an easy one. You can kind of get a clue. It might be something you're looking at right now. I don't know, but here's the first question. I'm going to go on quickly because we don't have a lot of time to waste, you know. Second question. Which UFC champion is in the heavier weight class? Tried to leave out the name so you guys couldn't do your Googles. Okay, no cheating, alright? I'm watching you. You allow your phones out, but don't Google the answers, okay? Which UFC champion is in the heavier weight class? I or I? 1 or 2? 6 foot or 6'4" done. No bonus points for names, but I appreciate the knowledge if you do. Now, this is a bit of a longer question, so I'm going to give you a bit more time to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a really understanding teacher. You can come to me with your problems. I'm like a Leah and best friend speaking to Missy Elliott. You can just have a little one-to-one conversation with me, a little back and forth. We can even start singing if you want to. Camp Rock is one of my favorite movies. I saw something on Instagram trying to diss it, saying that it's cringe or something. Bro, just leave stuff in the context of the times, please, okay? Times change, right? Things have different, like, landings when you watch them during different periods. You feel me? A movie from the 80s isn't going to seem the same way it did when it was released in the 80s, is it? Anyways, who didn't play for both West Ham and Chelsea? I'm getting stumbled over my words, man. That agitation propaganda, man. Kids, make sure, yeah, to be mentally stronger than that to let something on Instagram get to you, especially like little thing about Camp Rock. But all that stuff about war and shootings and stuff, I know it's a bit deep and oh gosh, it's a messed up world. They're born to. Let's not get into it. But anyways, who played in Croydon? Yeah, moving on to messed up world. Croydon. Anyway, who played there? And I mean professionally during their career. After who didn't play for both West Ham and Chelsea. Nobody better be laughing at me stumbling over my words, you know. Because I'll tell your like permanent teacher, and you'll be in trouble. Now, see who was born in Croydon. Now, not who played there professionally, and I'm not talking about who played at the park there because they were born there, but who played there professionally and who was born there, okay? And lastly, question D, who's the odd one out from those three pictures? My head's kind of in front of eye. And there's a little connection between these three players based on that. I'm not even going to tell you, you better know, because why are you watching this video if you don't know? Next question. Can you name this soap character, their full name, and which soap they're from? 2 marks. One for their name, and one for which soap they're from. That's enough time. Which country was Giannis Antetokounmpo born in? And which NBA team does he play for? A little clue in the picture there. I've even given you his name. If you can somehow, mate, autocorrect is at B these days, so you better not Google it again, okay? I'm watching you guys. I see them screen reflections. Don't mess around with me. Okay. Maybe a sub, but I will submit Dons as well. Pause. And how many MVP awards has he won? I'm thinking I should give you some multiple choices. So countries, I'll say you have Spain, Germany, and Greece. For which countries he's born in, that's Spain, Germany, and Greece. NBA teams he plays for, you've got the Heat, the Cavs, and the Bucks. That's the Heat, the Cavs, the Bucks. You can choose one of those. And how many MVP awards has he won? Got 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to be expecting some correct answers here. If you get some wrong, just staying after class and doing some lines on the board. No, I don't know what lines you for. I was talking about you kids. Better fix up. Anyways, I haven't numbered these questions. You better be numbering them as well. That's the second to last question. I don't know. That's not any of the questions. What does the J in J. Cole stand for? I shouldn't even give you multiple choices. Well, I'll make some up after we get through the rest of these. And where did he grew up in North Carolina, but which European country was he born in? I was trying to freestyle that question a bit, you know. As a substitute teacher, you have to be prepared to do things on the fly. I am capable of doing that. Any schools, you need a teacher that needs a place filled in for. I can do English, science, maths, all of the above. Let me know. Contact details I can forward them to. Anyway, the next question. C. Which NY rapper, that's NY for New York, not I don't even, New Year's or something. Which New York rapper signed him to his first major record deal? So I'm gonna give you some options here, okay? Well, what does the J in J. Cole stand for? I shouldn't even have to do this, but your options are Jamal, Jermaine, and Joe. That's Jamal, Jermaine, and Joe. European countries that he was born in, your choices are, let's go Spain, Italy, Greece again. No, crumbs. I mean, let's say Spain, France, and Germany. Yeah, Spain, France, and Germany. Those are your choices, okay? Spain, France, and Germany. And New York rappers that could have signed him, let's say Joey Badass, Jay-Z, and Nas. Those are your choices. Joey Badass, Jay-Z, and Nas. Next question. You better not mess up on these, okay? I'm sure your teacher taught you better than to get any of these wrong, so I'm watching, guys. Where was the sequel based for the comedy in this picture? Look, well, the name's right there. You see what it is, but you better recognize the good times and the memories from this show. So where was the sequel based? If this first is called The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. What was the name of the movie they starred in with Adam Sandler? I don't know if there's more than one, but there's a specific one in mind and you better get it. And the last question, or the last part of this question is, which one is Cole Sprouse? Now I'm taking left, right, names, Zack or Cody, and then, yeah, if you want to be descriptive, whichever way you want, okay, I'll take those answers as well. Just keep it polite, okay? Keep it considerate, alright? And next question, if we have one. When did Andy Cole sign for United? That's Manchester United, not Sheffield or Leeds or any of these impersonators. Like, I'm not even going to get into West Ham. Now, when did Andy Cole sign for Manchester United? And who was his most prominent strike partner? And last question of the quiz. What colour was the Lancaster Rose in the War of the Roses? I'm going to say War is Raw or something, like I'm here to promote a WWF late night 1999 show or something. But anyway, those are the questions that you have to answer. I'm checking the time. That's bringing us to around 9 minutes and 20 seconds. So yeah, you've been here with your substitute teacher, Mr. Buggz B. And I will see you very soon, okay? If you guys get any of those wrong, I will have to put those words to your teacher. I'm gonna have to mention you, okay? I've got the names on the board, all of that. I'm gonna flash through the questions quickly. So, which former Nigerian Premier League footballer played for Middlesbrough during their career? Which UFC champion is in the heavier weight class? I, one or two? Who didn't play for both West Ham and Chelsea? Who played in Croydon? Who was born in Croydon? Who's the odd one out? Can you name the soap character's full name and which soap is he from? Which country was Giannis Antetokounmpo born in? Which NBA team does he play for? How many MVP awards has he won? What does the J and J Cole stand for? He grew up in North Carolina, but which European country was he born in? Which NY rapper signed him to his first major record deal? That's NY for New York, not NY for New Year's Eve or something. And going back to this question, the odd one out question refers to these three choices, all right? You can say 1, 2, or 3. I'm in front of the one. Oh, I can't even get out of the way. But yeah, and then where was the sequel based to The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody? What was the name of the movie that these two actors starred in with Adam Sandler? Which one is Cole Sprouse? When did Andy Cole sign for United? Who was his most prominent strike partner? What colour was the Lancaster rose in the War of the Roses? And as I said, there you have it today for our substitute lesson today, kids. Thank you for bearing with us. I know it's not your usual lesson, but I appreciate how well behaved you kids were. You don't have to let your head of year know that I had your phones out as well, but just be cool, okay? And have a good day, stay safe, take care. And until next time, from your teacher, substitute teacher, Mr. Bugsby, peace.